What's up, everybody? Tom Pelissero, Phil Mackey here at Target Field shortly after the Twins lose another one, 6-5 to Los Angeles Angels. Time and again, Phil, it seems as though the Twins are, again, they're playing on some levels better baseball, but when you find ways to lose game in and game out, you do the things that losing teams do. You make bad errors in the third inning, multiple throwing errors. You kick a couple of balls in the field. You leave, I think, 9 guys on base in this game. Just over and over and over again, they're wasting opportunities.
Yeah, and Pavano didn't pitch that poorly. I know he gave up 5 runs, 4, and went 8 innings, but 2 terrible throws by Trevor Plouffe. He had a couple other gaffes on the base paths and in the field. If it's not the bullpen melting down, which it usually is, it's the offense not providing timely hits or making quality outs, or it's a defense that gives up 2 or 3 extra runs than they should that come back to haunt the Twins. It's every single game. It's not a flawless game by any means. Like, even if they win at this point, there's always things that go wrong. And
it's not necessarily always the things that happened at the end of the game. Again, you go back to that third inning. There's 4 plays that the Twins could make in that inning. There's multiple throwing errors by Plouffe. There's a ball where Valencia is playing way too deep against a guy who bunts a lot on the first pitch. It's too deep to make the plays, throws a little bit up the line. Morneau can't hold on to it. And also the triple down the line where the ball goes right underneath or over Morneau's glove. I can't remember which it was, but he's in position, doesn't make the play. Those are the things that kind of will spiral on you and put you in those holes.
And it's unfortunate because Alexi Casilla has emerged as one of the hottest hitters on the team now. Justin Morneau getting things going offensively. Span back up over 300 batting average wise, a high on base percentage. The offense is actually starting to come around. I mean,
13 hits today.
They're not scoring 8 or 9 runs a game. And 13 hits, by the way, when Dan Herron is starting, that's a pretty good offensive performance against one of the better pitchers in the league. So the offense, which was the Achilles heel for the first, 6 weeks of the season, is finally starting to come around. But we're to the point now, even if the offense comes around, this team is so flawed. We're not waiting for something to kick in anymore. We're just having to acknowledge the fact that it's just a bad baseball team.
How often do you lose when the top 4 guys in your order go 3 for 5, 2 for 3, 2 for 5, 3 for 5, respectively?
It's embarrassing.
And all drive in runs. It doesn't happen very often.
It's embarrassing. And look at the bullpen. Right now, who would you trust the most in the 8th inning? Probably Chuck James, who they literally just called up from AAA, just got off the plane, and pitched in his first big league game since 2008. And he's automatically your setup guy by default right now.
So now they go to Detroit, and then to Kansas City, and then to Cleveland for 10 games. When we were looking at the schedule coming into the season, one of the things that jumped out at me was how few division games they had early on in the season. Now, barely 2 months, not even 2 months into the season, you look at this stretch and go, if they don't run off 7 out of 10 or something here, they're probably going to be pretty well buried in the standings if they aren't already at 17 and 34.
That's the thing. This 3-game series with the Cleveland Indians, the end of the 10-game road trip, that's going to wind up either being the moment of truth, or maybe the Twins can pull back within 10 games, or it's going to be the burial, the funeral, so to speak.
Ron Garner always talks in terms of winning series. So far this season, they are 3-11-3, and those wins are all in 2-game or 4-game series.
0-9.
0-9 in 3-game series. You're not going to get very far playing like that. He's Phil. I'm Tom. Phil will be heading to Cleveland next week and covering out there. We thought that series was going to be a little bit different when we scheduled that.
Maybe go hang out with Drew Carey or something.
All right, full coverage at 1500ESPN.com. See ya.